A countdown has started. A computer in London. The chairman in Red China. Each can destroy Gregory Peck in the chairman. This is the chairman. The chairman controls the destiny of 1 billion people. The chairman is the most feared man in the world. With the possible exception of the one man who can stop him.
This is our current Q-23 transmitter. Quite impossible to detect. Meanwhile, anything you say, and also anything said to you, will be transmitted to London.
Beautiful.
2 weeks before you go, we're going to put a satellite in the sky over China.
Where does this thing go, in my belt?
No, it's to be implanted in the mastoid sinus of your skull.
You're going to China, aren't you?
Stupid instinct.
There's a letter in your pocket which I find I can't read.
You'd read my mail.
I'd read your mind if you'd let me.
Commodore, do you think any sane man would walk into China with a loaded bomb screwed into his head?
No, certainly not. Unless he hadn't been told.
Gregory Peck must pass through the house of elegant pleasure before he meets the chairman. Gregory Peck must uncover the secret agents of the Red Guard before he meets the chairman.
What the hell is that?
Gunfire? If they uncover him, or kill him, or torture him, this whole installation is obsolete.
Go away! You can do nothing! Nothing! Get away! Get away!
Gregory Peck, turned into a lethal weapon by American, British, and Russian intelligence to stop the chairman before the chairman stops the world.
General, we have order to save Hathaway if we can.
Start the tape.
His only hope. And ours.
You must be very clever to read Chinese.
Oh, I'm just playing it safe. Who knows? They might win.
Yes, interesting. We have one like this quite near Moscow, only about
One half the size.
It's amazing, Mr. Sherdov, how modest you Russians are.
in private.
That is because we have just learned from our Chinese friends the value of keeping face in public.
Fortunately, that isn't all you've learned from the Chinese. We've given this operation the code name Minotaur.
He was the watchdog of the inner secrets, wasn't he?
Precisely so.
Good morning, General. I assume it's morning outside anyway.
Any signal at all?
Plenty of signal, but also plenty of noise. Our setup is just too damn potent. We're getting noise from all over the universe.
Don't be discouraged. $500 million classified federal dollars can't be wrong.
Not to speak of our British contribution, about £2.10, I should think.
Where is it? Do we have a fix?
About 210 miles south-southwest of Hong Kong.
Let's hear the bad news. afternoon. Although I guess it's good morning to you fellows. You're listening. I sincerely hope. I'd be upset if you weren't. Now, there's not much to report. I assume I'm being watched. I'm certainly taking every precaution to see that I am. Coming into China openly this way, via Hong Kong, with an American passport stamped not valid for China, it's hard on the nerves. I think it'd be more restful to drop in by parachute.
Just getting the peaks, the points of high energy, the dentalizations, D, T's, etc.
You made a suggestion at our last conference.
Yes, filling the gaps with uniform white noise. Nobody thought much of the idea.
Including me, but let's try it. The stewardess is being very, very attentive, which may signify a great deal, or it may simply signify that I'm a very attractive fellow.
Hong Kong is rather crowded this time of year.
I hope you have hotel reservations.
Oh, I booked into the King Edward. Is that all right with you?
Very famous hotel. Very British.
But very good.
General, congratulations.
Oh, thank you. This is a pretty elaborate way to go to jail.
Perhaps you will be disappointed. You are going to visit the most important person in the history of the human race.
Gosh, I wonder who that could be.
Success.
So far.
Which reminds me, General, there's an utterly mad rumor going around.
It's not true.
That there's a coil of explosive wire wrapped around this transmitter, which we can explode when necessary.
Does the chairman come often to this part of the country?
You may remember the giant who lost all his strength when he did not touch the ground.
Thus spoke the chairman. Volume what, page what?
It was Comrade Stalin who said that.
Oh, yes, you still admire that strange animal.
Yes, we do.
Commodore, do you think any sane man would walk into China with a loaded bomb screwed into his head?
No, certainly not. Unless he hadn't been told.
Would you tell him?
Heavens, no. A good doctor is an idealist. When his head blows off, he's going to scream, un-American.
Benson, I'm not being pompous, just stating a fact when I say that we are presently engaged with the chief enemy of the Western world. So nothing is fair. Neither they nor us. And Hathaway's in the middle. If they uncover him, or kill him, or torture him, this whole installation is obsolete. Not to speak of our intelligence in China, our shaky love affair with the Kremlin, which we'd rather not publicize. All riding in one man's head. Sure, I wish we had a fail-safe device in Hathaway's stubborn skull. Quick, powerful, fatal. And a highly skilled technical officer like yourself would have no compunction about using it.
Isn't that an awful lot of reasoning, General, for an explosive device that does not exist?
It's very kind of you to come. Would you like some tea?
Yes, thank you, but please go on with your game.
No, it's time to quit. I'm being beaten. He's the champion of China and only 22 years of age. But Dr. Hathaway, I believe, will give me an easy victory. You want permission to see Professor Sung?
Well, that's why I've come to China, yes.
Professor Sung is quite far away. However, transportation possibly can be arranged, if we can manage to be frank with one another. I regard this as extremely important. Well, Dr. Hathaway, sir, you've been in our country how long?
Oh, about 20 hours, that's all.
And do you like China? Please help us. First impressions are very accurate. Just suppose you were the chairman and I, the American scientist. Now tell me, what would you do? What faults would you correct?
Well, I'd start with that book, the little red book. I'd buy back every copy and use the paper to wrap fish.
In my own opinion, the chairman's book is only a form of daily exercise to help people to think, to reason, and therefore to change their lives for the better.
Well, it might, except they don't read it, they recite it. Might as well be Greek. They use it as a form of magic.
You, as chairman, should understand. The peasant masses work with their hands. They need something to grasp, to lift themselves up. They've lived so long like animals. Now they must leap. And in one generation, from the 10th century to the 21st. And this is not done without noise, blood, confusion, and a certain amount of, yes, magic. Mr. Chairman, you know, of course, how many have given their flesh and blood here, on the soil of China, since the start of our movement. More than 25 million. Why? Why this sacrifice? Because there was no choice. The masses could no longer live in the old way. Their suffering was like a mountain, which you, as chairman, have carried on your back for so many years.
Well, in that case, why should I, as chairman, go on spilling blood?
Yes, I must agree with you. We Americans are strange children. We've forgotten the real stink of human blood. Our own American Revolution, our own Civil War, when we had to arm slaves in order to win. Yes, murder is as necessary to the slave as water. Nevertheless, no slave invented the gun. No, nor the hydrogen bomb either. So therefore the slave must go to you, Mr. Chairman, to the Chinese. China will teach the slave 3 lessons. First, to study. Second, to study how to kill. Third, to kill. And Mr. Chairman, when the slave has raised his arm against his master and killed, and when he has killed his master's family, and his master's dog, and his master's pig, then and only then the slave can stand up and declare himself a free man. You, as chairman, must admit this is true.
Oh, I don't.
Then you've resigned your bloody job.
You bet, because I'd rather die than kill.
Poor Dr. Hathaway. You are a relic of a past that never existed. Look at the history of the human race. One life is nothing, nothing, for all our foolish tears.
Well, in my opinion, one life is everything, and human tears must be counted one by one.
You are hopeless.
Well, it's only too easy to kill. One little iron pellet, and the artery is broken, the brain is smashed to jelly. Now, you have tremendous power, Mr. Chairman, but can you put together a dead man? No, he is unique, irreplaceable, whoever he is. A bushman from New Guinea, or the chairman of the Chinese People's Republic. He will never be seen again in the whole blind history of the universe. That's why a life is so precious. You agree. You must agree.
No. And that is why we will win. And all you people will be thrown onto the pile of human dung we Chinese keep for the fields. With all due respect, Dr. Hathaway.
It may shock you to learn that I've just had another brilliant idea.
I believe it.
Supposing it were true, that there is just a little teeny-weeny bomb in Hathaway's head.
Which there isn't.
Which there isn't. But supposing there were, we could... 2 birds with 1 stone.
To be frank, Dr. Hathaway, we've been rather worried about you. Are you really the Dr. Hathaway you say you are? Mr. Yin checked your photographs and your fingerprints. You should be happy to know You are quite authentic. Therefore, the second question arose. Why does a Nobel Prize winner wish to come to China? Merely to see Professor Sung? No, certainly not.
And we know that you know, and vice versa. So, let us put it on the table. There's a rumor that China has developed a most miraculous enzyme.
Yes, we have the enzyme. Truly we do. But in very small quantities. It is the same situation as insulin. As you know, the medicine for diabetics. Once, I'm told, the inner organs of 1,000 animals could be processed. But now, insulin can be made out of simple material.
Sir, a suggestion has been made to me which I feel obliged to pass on to you. That we are in a position to eliminate the chairman.
Therefore, it is cheap and plentiful. The same must be done for this enzyme, because we need tons. And I am told you will know how to do it. Am I correct?
We've asked Mr. Yin. He's compiled a big, fat portfolio on me, I'm sure.
Unfortunately, sir, this is not a technical decision, but a political one. It should be made in consultation between our two governments, and possibly the third.
I'll talk to our colleagues. Wait right there. Get back to you in 3 minutes.
But Dr. Hathaway is more than a great scientist. His record shows that he's also a thoughtful and deeply compassionate person. Therefore, I'm sure he knows that the world is exploding. In 25 years, the Earth will endure the fate of some 6 billion people. People want children. Therefore, all our plans. The future of China itself depends on Dr. Hathaway. Therefore, I'm glad he has decided to help us.
I've made no such decision.
Then we must very patiently persuade you.
Well, I'm afraid that might be a pretty tough job. Oh, you can toss me into solitary, feed me on rice, water, and straw, distort my chemistry until I'll get up in front of a microphone and freely confess that I shot Abe Lincoln. But you cannot make me do good work. Not unless I want to. It's just impossible.
Please, tell me exactly what you want, Dr. Hathaway.
Freedom.
You are free. I am free. Mr. Yin is free. And yet none of us are free.
Freedom is the recognition of necessity.
Ah, yes, yours, not mine. I'm a scientist by conviction as well as by habit. I want scientific freedom. I want a positive assurance that China will not keep the enzyme to herself in order to blackmail a hungry world. If I decide to work with Professor Sung, I want your personal promise, Mr. Chairman, that this crime will never happen. I want a document that will let me leave China whenever I want to go with any materials, notebooks, or photographs that I may wish to take. And signed by yourself, Mr. Chairman. Well, Mr. Chairman.
Yes. Why not?
You still there, old boy?
Sir.
I just talked to our committee. Described your rather unfriendly suggestion. Your man said, and I quote, "Great idea. Forget it."
hell is that? Gunfire?
Firecrackers, more likely. Some sort of Chinese celebration.
Go away, John. Go away. You can do nothing. Nothing. Get away. Get away. Get away. If you want to help me, leave me alone, John. Get away.
They will carry him round the village as punishment. I kept warning him this might happen. He said he was a scientist, not a political machine. Can't you see? He brought it on himself. Red Guards say my father's usefulness as a scientist has ended. So they will no longer tolerate his disrespect for them.
西北辨别14度32分，在检查地点。
80度，60度，在西北偏北13度58分
21分，无线电正在演，给我最近的报告，快点。
在东南88度28度。
在检查地点。
88度。
Joking. Professor Soom's in trouble. Red Guard stuff. There's nothing I can do about it. So I'm going to make a try for the film.
快点，给我报告。
Hathaway. Who else? I'm in the projection booth. Very elaborate protection for nothing. There's no film in the projector. It's been removed. Well, game's about up here anyway. I think I'll pack my laundry and come home if I can. If I can't, come and see me someday and bring money Chinese.
32要检查地点，马上报告。It's over the laboratory. I'll investigate.
It's moving again.
Failure. When you send a civilian to do a soldier's job.
You and I would do a lot worse. 3 years of work. Heartbreak. No, I don't know what to do. Do you?
Maybe Hathaway does.
He's in the front line. We're not.
Better get some sleep. Call me at the 3 Crowns if you need me.
Could not accept the new revolution.
What was it?
Sodium cyanide. It was so quick. There was nothing I could do. He wanted to march alongside of us, but he was too old. He had the chairman's book in his hand up to the last second of his life. He wanted you to read it. He marked it especially for you. Please take it. Please.
Intellectuals tend to be subjective and individualistic, and some will drop out of the revolution at critical moments. And a few may even become enemies.
It's not true. He couldn't. It's not true.
Squads 1 and 3, hurry! 马上报告。
应该第3队。
我觉得不舒服，请你带我下去。
对不起，我不能理解。
哦，我要昏倒了，扶我下去吧，慢
走。马上来。
Come on, Shelby, wake up.
If you don't believe me, we're both dead men.
And we get out of here.
I'm on my way back. Anything new?
He's making his move. He's getting out of China.
It's more than 50 kilometers to the Russian border. Suicide. Any suggestions?
Yes. Do nothing. Wait for me. And keep in contact. Firefight. Keep me informed. I'll leave the line open.
Borrowed a car. Distance to the border, 37 kilometers. Hope I don't run out of gas.
Hear that, General? He is going for the Russian border.
Our contact shut off and get back to you.
Hello?
Shut off. Our boy is sitting on the Russian border. Will you hotline Moscow? Get him across, or we may have to pull the switch.
We'll do what we can, General. Listen.
I say, General, we'll do
what we can.
Москва, Б-12. Нас соединяют.
Код Басти. Министерство обороны.
Benson, where's Hathaway?
Still headed for the border. All the physiological signs are moving into the red.
What are his body readings?
Not good. Detail.
Blood pressure erratic, up and down.
Pulse rate?
150, 160, 170. General is being severely wounded, is my guess. Shall I get out the tape?
What tape?
The non-existent tape for the hypothetical execution.
Do nothing.
Nothing till I get there.
I'll be with you in 3 minutes.
Any word from him?
No.
Don't have voice transmission. He's engaged in some physical effort. Also signs of great fear and anxiety. The heart won't slow down.
Well, General, you know the procedure.
Who's the clown who did this?
Me.
Operation Minotaur. All lines open. Operation Minotaur. All lines open.
Sheraton here, Russian Embassy.
I want General Shelby.
Urgent.
Sheriff, Russian Embassy.
General, there is little Moscow can do while it is still on Chinese soil.
Listen, pal.
What do you want us to do? Declare war?
The border guard
has been alerted, yes, but he's got to cross the wire before we can help him.
Wire?
The Chinese wire, and it carries 2,000 volts.
Tachycardia.
What's that?
Heart racing itself to death.
How long does it take?
32.5 seconds. Run it down to 33.
Our patrol has spotted him. Under the wire. Looks hopeless. They're going to blow a way through for him.
I can't make it.
Hathaway fired at wire.
No dice. Almost got fried.
Китайцы бомбардированы.
Trouble. Our mortar has hit their mines. General, we have ordered to save Hathaway if we can, but no bloodshed. Our last mortar hit the wire. We lay smoke bombs.
General Shelby, sir. I'm not getting any readout on his physiological status. A concussion may have damaged the Q-23.
Well, are we going to wait?
No, they'll have him by then. Start the tape.
Come on, let's get it done.
Shelby, he might make it. He's almost on Russian soil. General is safe.